What is going on, people? It's Ace of Shack, and we are back with Ace Casino. If my room looks dark, guys, it's 1 a.m. It's dark in Japan, so if my shit looks dark, then it looks dark.
Jeez, 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m., sir. 1 a.m. As you guys can see, we are joined by. I always see. I'm old school because I've been with you guys for a long time.
Long
I
time.
always call you guys. I always call y'all Ecomorg, but you changed it like 3 years ago to Struggle Nation. So I don't know what people know you guys as now, but I'm gonna call you. I will call you Struggle Nation. That's the name y'all go by
All
now.
right. Either's cool, but
We
yeah, I
got,
mean, you know what it is.
we got the struggle. If y'all know Ecomorg, then y'all been here for a long time
Yep.
too. Like if y'all know the OG name.
That's
Thanks for
vintage.
joining, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. It's a good time to be alive. A lot of entertainment out. We've been recording damn near like every day. It's a good time. I'm chilling.
No complaints. No complaints at
We
all.
got games out every
Games.
month. There's like a big ass AAA game that costs $100.
Yep.
Shit don't work. Don't motherfucking work. There's a big day one update for every game now, and shit. So the concept of the show, or the podcast. So we have a few cards here. We have today Queen, 3, 5 of diamonds, King, and Jack. Well, I'll do our shuffle. Y'all say stop, and depending on what we land on, depends on what we talk about. So maybe we don't talk about everything. We'll see.
All right.
So yeah, let's just get into the first one. So y'all just let me know when to
I'll
start.
let you take this one.
I'm trash at shuffling.
Doing it.
Stop.
What kind of Vegas show is this?
Right.
Said,
Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
We about to lose all our money up in this casino. Alright. We got the Jack of diamonds. Alright, so the Jack, we're talking about Japan. So one of y'all been to Japan, one of y'all haven't been to Japan. So we're gonna start with Joe. You haven't been to Japan, dude. So yeah, with Japan, like, has it had any influence on you at all? Obviously there's anime, there's games, there's hentai stuff, the stuff you all talk about. But have you had any influence on as Japan had any influence on you? And like, what would you think Japan would be like if you ever came here?
How was to go? So, like you said, I haven't, but I Google Japan, I look at Japan on YouTube. So Japan is a place that I would like to go to ASAP, if not sooner than later. Number one for the food.
oh man.
I'm heavy on the ramen right now. I want to go down there for the city lights and the gaming life, the clothing, the t-shirts, the women. So Japan is not Japan is not just a place that I place on a list. Oh, I want to go one day. Japan is a place that I need to get to now, because the imagery of it, the images are everything to me.
Yeah,
There's just something about the way they just look way more updated to me than how things are over here. So I want to get down there ASAP. And they
you know
make
what's
me
funny? I'm gonna break that stereotype right now. Japan is backwards as fuck. Like, I don't know where the stereotype is that it's so advanced. It's so backwards. Like, they still use fax machine in this country. Like, they used fax machine, like every day fax machine is used here. Like, it's so backwards. But no, I get what you mean. I guess, like, for Drew, you been here, so like, day one you get here is...
It's one of those things where, like, if you visit, you don't notice how backwards it is. When you live there, yeah, you know the ins and outs. Me visiting, I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get that same impression, but all I know is, like, being able to wake up and walk to an arcade. Like, they got arcades for real. So being able to walk into an arcade with, like, levels of arcades, like, they got themed floors. Like, this is for fighting games, this is for card game, this is for this. Being able to do that is one of the best experiences I've ever had. He's gonna lose his mind when he go there. Like, he ain't even ready.
I think the worst thing is that the yen is so weak right now. So you go there with like dollars.
Yeah, you
Like,
good.
even if you broke in America, you go to
You
Japan,
rich,
you're like, oh
okay.
shit.
You good. You good.
So
Like,
if I take
oh,
500
shit.
with me,
500 is
Yeah,
good. I
you
mean, you
can
want
go
to be more than
500.
that, but you still good with 500.
Yeah, no, you good. You good. You good. Yeah, like, so when you were younger, well, both of you, I guess Drew, you probably had an idea of anime and the influence that Japan had. But like Joe, did you know games like Mario and Dragon Ball and Pokemon? Like, did you know that was from Japan?
that was my childhood. So yeah, I actually did know. And I'm not
Oh, you
really,
did?
I don't have much knowledge on anime and Japan in general, but I had known where these shows. I knew where they extended from. I knew the background of it. Like I knew Dragon Ball Z was heavy in Japan. Even when I was younger, I knew Pokemon extended from over there. So even though I don't know everything about it, I knew the
Yeah.
background of it at least a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. Damn, I ain't know shit. Damn, y'all know more than me. I mean, watch. I think it's American show. God damn. And like, I don't know how. So you knew it was from Japan. You guys knew it was from Japan. But I guess like because being from the West, everything's translated in English, right? And it's very easy to just watch everything in English, and the way they change. Like the way they change everything from Japanese to English, like Pokemon, they change everything, the names and whatever you can do your Pokemon to change, they change that shit.
Yeah.
Jeez, even the names.
Yeah, they change the names. The theme song is different. Do y'all prefer Japanese or do y'all prefer like watching English dubs? Like for me, Dragon Ball, I prefer English dub. Even if I can go back and watch it originally in Japanese, I'm like, I watched this in English. Like Sean Sherman was my voice. Like, do y'all prefer the English dub, or is there some shows where you're like, I'd rather go and watch like the original, how it was intended to be.
So ever since what did we watch? And we watched the original. We watched the original version as far as the language. Was it the Predator movie?
Yeah.
So ever since we watched the Predator movie, I don't like to read subtitles. I hate it. But for some reason, there were a few things he made me watch in the original language for the show, and I actually enjoyed it more because the voices were more. It had a natural feel to it.
That's what I'm saying.
I like the natural feel. I don't like seeing them. I don't want to hear somebody's voice sounding like they're reading off of a like. Like I'm an honest dude. I do not like subtitles, but after he introduced me to the world of just watching it in the original language, it wasn't that bad. I actually preferred it. I like it way more. If I gotta read, but it sounds better.
Yeah,
it just sounds better in the original.
It's a different level of intensity, and you and I have had this conversation so many times. Like English dub versus Japanese. Now, when I was younger, I watched English dub because trying to find subtitle stuff back in the day was damn near impossible. You had to go to special stores. You had to import it. It was expensive. So anime back in the day, like even when I started, because I started with like my first ever anime was Ninja Scroll, an anime kids shouldn't be watching, but that was my first one. That was my entryway into anime. I was a kid watching Ninja Scroll. If you see Ninja Scroll, you know how wild that shit is. It's insane. But from watching that and then like Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, and then finding out that how edited the English version was, so I sought out to I remember I went on eBay and I imported the entire DVD collection. Like these were like burned DVDs, bootleg. They had all the Japanese ones on these DVDs in a case. I imported it from eBay. It was expensive, but I got the whole thing, and I was able to see the difference between our version and their version, both in what they cut out, both in the delivery with the voice acting, and I saw like this is better. Now I don't want to say that all English dubs are bad because I don't want to throw them under the bus. There are really good English dubs. They are really good, but I always preferred subtitle because when they're in the booth, it's like you feel the intensity that they did. Like you feel like you're really watching something special.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like I said, in English, Sean Schimmel, when it comes to Dragon Ball, he's killing it. He's
that's my
killing
best
it.
Goku.
In the booth, just yelling, and you feel it. So like, there are some English dudes that can match that intensity, and in some cases, maybe even exceed, what the original does. But personally, I prefer subtitle. Like you, I grew up on the English version of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So I prefer that, but I still have no problem with listening to the Japanese version of that as well. But if I had to choose, I would say subtitle.
Were y'all Sega or Nintendo?
Oh man.
Sega for me. I grew up. I had NES was my first console, but then after that, I got the Sega Genesis. Like, I had friends that had the Super Nintendo, so I would go over their house to play Super Nintendo. They would come over my house to play Sega Genesis. But I grew up with Sega, so I've always preferred Sega.
I think mine was Sega too. Which one had the old school duck hunting game with the orange tip gun?
And that was NES.
That was
NES.
Yeah.
Jeez. So,
What'd you get after that though?
whichever one had the old school Sonic game on.
Yeah, that was Sega.
That was Sega.
Yeah.
So it was Sega for me.
Yeah.
Sega household.
Christmas was everything around those times.
You know what's funny for me? Like, people, I was telling someone yesterday, because they was asking me, like, why do you say like the name Ace? And people don't know that's from, I don't know if you guys know the game Micro Machines.
Yeah.
An old school, old game. And there's a character on there called Ace. And when I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I saw this character, he looked cool, and I was like, yo, every time I'm playing Pac-Man, like back in the day, you can only put 3 letters on the high score. And ACE, I could actually put on this. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take that shit.
That's my name.
That's my name. That's me.
That's a deep cut right there. I used to ride with the Micro Machine commercials because there were actual little metal cars, and I always wanted.
Yeah.
But I grew up in a poor household, so we wasn't getting that. I was watching commercials though, and I definitely played that game.
Yeah, that's how you know I was poor. If I'm playing Micro Machines, that was way before my time.
If that's all you had, that's what you rock with. You made it work.
But you enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. All right, so we had Sega, Nintendo, and then I guess PlayStation, and I guess it was PlayStation versus Sega, right? The PS1 versus Dreamcast.
Dreamcast came out when.
Well, no, Dreamcast was more of a competitor to like PS2.
Yeah.
I feel like
Because Dreamcast dropped around the same time as the first Dino Crisis, which was PS2, right? It wasn't PS1 for Dino Crisis.
No, Dino Crisis was PS1. Yeah. Dino Crisis 1 and 2 was on the regular
PS1
PlayStation.
was N64. There you go.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. N64.
Oh, that's when I had the Mario game on N64. Oh my gosh.
So y'all N64, and then PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So would y'all put PS2 above
everything?
Game?
PS2 is like one of the greatest consoles of all time.
I hear that. That's what I needed to hear. I hear that.
Like, this classic that you can still go back and play on PS2, and it still has that same feeling. Like, if you look at the full game library, I don't know any console that's messing with the PS2. I really don't. There's great consoles with great libraries, but when you look at that, man, listen, it's hard to beat that.
Jeez, I think Dreamcast. I think I got. Now, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think I had got hooked onto Dreamcast when the first Dead or Alive game approached.
Yeah.
So playing Dead or Alive on Dreamcast, the graphics to me were way before their time, and this is before my young behind even understood graphics. But Dreamcast really pulled me in because there were certain games on Dreamcast that just wowed me. Like I said, there was another Sonic game that came out on Dreamcast, and the graphics just brought everything to life. So I think, in a way, still, even though I enjoy Dreamcast, I think PS2 took everything over. Because there were so many games that came out on PS2, it was ridiculous. And PS2 had Blockbuster on lock, where you could rent video games for 5 days.
Bro, Jesus.
Yeah.
And look, I grew up. There weren't too many coins coming through in my household either, so I didn't have a memory card. My PlayStation was heated up a week straight. I ain't losing this.
There's some times where I didn't even have a memory card. I just had to keep that thing on.
Yep, that's what I did.
I'm like, I can't save. There's no internal saving back in those days. So it's like, either you keep the console on or you just lose all that progress.
Yo, I wish we had cloud saving back in those days, boy.
They didn't. Clouds were literal back in the day. That's all we had. There was no saving and no online platforms or nothing. It was just memory card or nothing. That's it.
So if I didn't beat every storyline on Tekken, well,
yeah, it's gone.
Tekken is gone. And then one more on Japan before we move on. So like these days in 2023, I guess anime is huge now. Anime is I would say anime is on par with like I don't know Marvel movies. Like anime is like
easily
there now in the cinema. Like we have anime in the cinema, which is crazy to me. So in terms of like Japan's influence on the world now, what do you think is next? In terms of like how Japanese kind of entertainment or Japanese like whether it's movies or games, what's next in the progression? We had like the One Piece live action this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to have Naruto. I think they're making next. They're making something next.
Live action?
Yeah, I think they're making live action Naruto on Netflix soon. And we've had the remakes of a lot of Capcom games, a lot of JRPGs are having remakes. What do you think is the next thing that Japan could give the world, like that they're giving now that hasn't, had this, a bigger shine yet?
It's like over here, we're still playing catch up because stuff that's been in Japan, like mainstream, we're starting to latch on to now, and it's spreading. And with One Piece being as pivotal as it was, because you know how it is. Like when you get live action anime, you start clowning it because it's something really hard to nail. And after One Piece came out and hit it out of the park, people are going to be more willing to give things a chance now. So
accepting of it.
Yeah. So I think things are going to like continue solidifying over here. And I just think as far as what they could do, Japan has done so much. I can't even predict. Things are moving at a rapid pace. So I don't even know. I just think things are going to start being more mainstream here. Like you see back in the day, anime, if you said you watched anime, you got clowned. Like now, if you don't watch anime, you get clowned. So we're getting to that point where everything from Japan is being mainstream here and being accepted and sought after. So I think that's going to continue solidifying so that there's going to be parity between Japan and other countries, the United States and all of that. So I think we're going to just continue just being more accepting of things. And as far as where it was going to go, I don't know, man. Like it's moving so fast, I can't even really predict. Like I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I do know one thing for sure. This might not be anime, not to go off the subject, but I would like a lot more. Japanese created horror films. Because after I found out, after I found out about the scarier version of things like The Ring and The Grudge over in Japan, I said, hold up, give me more of that, because if they are that brutal with their horror movies, bring that shit over here. Yeah. Because horror movies have not been putting me in the best state of mind these past few years. I've been disappointed here and there. Yeah. So I would like for Japan to leak over into the US as far as horror films, because I need something to scare me.
It's happening because like you see this thing now where it's like they're being influenced by stuff that we do. We're being influenced by stuff that they do. And things are starting to come over. Like it's been a surge in a lot of entertainment, whether it's games, movies, TV shows, whatever like that. Even this is in Japan, but like stuff like Squid Game, like we're starting to latch on to a lot more things, and it's more accessible now. So I see it just continuing to grow.
Yeah,
we gonna get that though.
I feel like we're about to get a MCU version of Nintendo. I feel like that's about
with
to
Mario,
come. With Mario, Sonic, they're about to have a Zelda. They're making a Zelda live action.
That's money
coming next. That's the Pokemon was really good.
Yeah,
that's nearly Smash Bros. Complete. Like that's nearly the
it's gonna happen.
Characters of Smash Bros. So yeah, I think that's the way it's going. And I'd be excited to see that. In terms of that horror, funny enough, Japan is not. It's weird because they ban a lot of things now. So with horror, like a lot of things they used to show, they don't be showing anymore.
Really?
Like they used to be wild with that shit. and now it's like they kind of stopped doing it because certain people watch the horror movies, and Japanese horror movies be so realistic that motherfuckers will watch it and be like, alright, cool, alright, wait till next Halloween. Wait till next Halloween.
Yeah, got
And
people
go do
passing out in
the
the
same
theater and all that, and
Thinking this shit is really, is this shit gonna happen?
They gonna do
Hey.
the same shit. Alright, cool. So we have 4 more. So again, when you're ready, just let me know when to
Alright.
stop.
my turn. Stop.
So, alright. We
Right,
have
pull Jack again. Oh,
King. Nah, I feel the Jack down. I feel the Jack down. Alright, so the king is represents the best in life, the best things about life. So yeah, how many subscribers y'all want now? Y'all, it's way over 500,000, right?
Yeah, we are about to hit, I think, 570,000, which is a crazy number.
570K.
That is a crazy number.
That's crazy. When your first reaction was
70.
Captain America, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not
No, I thought it
mistaken.
was Batman versus Superman.
It was Batman v Superman. Wasn't it 2 in 1?
It might have been a 2-for-1 special within that same week we started the channel, but I remember Batman versus Superman.
I think it was Batman v Superman. Yeah, I think you might be right.
That was our very first reaction, and then Captain America
Civil War.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Winter Soldier one, right?
No, I think it was Winter Soldier. Was it Winter Soldier?
Was
no,
it?
Might have been Civil
Whatever
War.
one came first.
It might have been Civil War.
Yeah, it's so long ago, man. Trying to remember.
Yeah, it was a lot. I can't even remember now. I know it was Captain America, something.
Yeah.
From then until like 500,000 is not a joke. Like that shit. I remember back in the day, YouTube. If you had 500,000, like you would dream of having 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how other people think, but in my eyes, if I think of a reaction channel, you guys are the first thing that comes to mind. Like, I know a lot of people say the same thing. Like, you guys are the first thing that people think about when it comes to reactions. Obviously, there's a lot of channels, but so how do you guys, I guess, evolve through the times to kind of keep things fresh, to kind of stay in the loop? Because you're gonna have, obviously, you have people looking at your channel and they want a piece of that, and they have something fresh and something new to bring other people, and it's a lot of competition out there. So how do you keep things fresh and evolve and make sure that y'all are the ones on top, and people are not getting bored or getting lost in the rat race, I guess?
It's funny because back in the day when we started, and this is when we were back on the couch and doing costumes and all that, there were so many people that left comments and saying that this is going to get old after a while. Like, how long can y'all keep doing this? And I'm like, all right, you'll see.
You'll see.
Because one thing about us, we're really good friends. We know how each other think, and we're really crazy, and we're stupid when it comes to being ridiculous. So we don't ever have to say the same thing. And even if we do, there's going to be a different spin on it. Like, we can just take a topic and just riff on it for whatever. Like, improv is what we do. So when you're not like scripted, and when you're improv, there's no limitation to how you can mix things up. So I think it's not even something I think about. We just take what we see and then just go. And when you act like that, when that's how you approach something, I don't think people will get tired of it. Because I mean, if they were going to get tired of it, they would have already.
Yeah, 3 years in, he would have been tired.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
And we're able to constantly evolve what we do, especially with the number of stuff that's coming out now. So it's not really that difficult. So we just take it and we just go. We can do a whole stand-up show about whatever topic you throw at us. It doesn't matter. There's no limitation.
Yeah.
So when your brain moves like that, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when you're making a reaction video, do you guys try to put time into? Because I think when I watch you guys' reaction video, I'm not just watching for the reaction. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it might be a video of a film or a trailer I haven't seen, and I might want to react to, or I'm just not interested in the film or trailer. So I just watch the beginning to see what y'all are saying, and then I watch the end to see what y'all are saying. like how did that come about to have like a, I don't know, like the way you guys introduce things is different. Like you'll have a whole conversation for a good 5 minutes beforehand, and I'm not even watching for the reaction. I'm watching for the conversation beforehand and afterhand. So like, how did that come about to create such a I don't know, a formula to your reaction videos?
That's the thing. There is no formula. There is nothing that we draw up. This is how we are in person. Before we started this YouTube channel, the way we would discuss or have a discussion about certain things was always crazy. If we recorded everything that we spoke about before this YouTube channel, you would still be laughing. We would talk about the most simple things, a commercial, a party that we went to. The commentary is hilarious. And the reason why I don't think we can ever get stale, get old, or stay out of the loop is because we have a gift when it comes to displaying how we feel about things. We bounce off each other's energy. Our improv skills are above anything and everyone to me. Because I'm horrible when it comes to sports. I get stupid competitive. So when it comes to this channel, I feel like we are the greatest because what we do is different. We don't set up, we don't have a game plan before we jump into a reaction. We hit play. And then it's a roller coaster from there. It's going up, then it goes down in a positive way.
It was always about approaching things differently. And since, we're funny in real life and we have a background, acting and doing comedy sketches and all that. So I'm like, when we initially came into this, I'm like, there's so many reaction channels. I don't want to be a carbon copy of anybody else. I mean, I already knew we wouldn't be because of how we discuss things, how we talk, how we are. But I'm like, let's take what we've done. Let's merge it together and let's turn these reaction videos into kind of like little mini skits so that each one is different, so that whatever it is, no matter how mundane the topic might be, people still want to watch it because they can still get something out of it and they can still laugh. Making somebody laugh is one of the best things you can do. And I pride myself on that and our channel on that because we're both naturally funny. Like I don't want to get no big ego or nothing like that. But when you're funny, you're funny. You know.
It's true.
So
I was gonna say I've been around you guys, like I've met you guys, like I've been around you guys, so I know
in person,
like
so
when I've been there, like it's a vibe, like everybody's laughing, we're having fun, and I've been there before you guys have started the reaction. It's like, yo, everybody's laughing before the reaction, and we have to be quiet real quick, so we can press play. Otherwise, like shit ain't gonna work. As soon as we press play, you just get straight back to laughing, like straight back to the same.
And we would always love having like guest stars to reactions because I'm like, we know how we are, and we're gonna try to make whoever is guest star and break too. Like you are gonna laugh. We've had PG, we've had a number of people on the channel in reactions, and they're trying their best to like not laugh, and they're cracking up. I'm like, this is how we are. Like we like to. We like to put forth that positive energy and have people laugh. So we know we're funny. So it's all about approaching things differently and having someone get something positive out of it. And whatever it is, just laugh. Like I mean, it's simple but effective.
Nah, it's very effective. Who's the biggest? Like I wouldn't even say the biggest. Let's not say the biggest. I guess like the person who either has told you they've watched your video or you found out that they've watched your video that's like been mind-blowing. Like when you found out, you was like, yo, like I can't believe he or she has watched a video.
Oh man, I know Donnie Yen was someone.
Donnie Yen was big.
That was just like, he called me at midnight.
I was on stream when I found that out, when Donnie Yen posted that video in its entirety on his Instagram. And I found out because I think I saw someone that tagged us in the comment, and I saw it, and I called him up, and we were just sapping about that all night. That was major, and I still can't believe that happened. But if I had to pick one, and somebody that I've had constant conversations with, even to this day, it's Robert Cargill. Robert Cargill is the guy that did Sinister. He did a bunch of films. He always works with Scott Derrickson. They both did the original Doctor Strange. They did Black Phone. A lot of stuff, like as far as horror and all of that. Like I'll never forget, he had hit me up and I talked to him all night through Twitter DMs, and him and his wife were going through our whole catalog, watching and laughing, and just finding out that a guy of this caliber watched our channel. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. And it's one of those things where you never normalize it, because like we're just doing YouTube videos and putting them out, and when someone of that status watches it, I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, I don't think it would ever be normal for me when someone says, "Oh, I watch your channel." I'm like, oh my God, because if it's always surprising and it's always exciting, and I think when it is always exciting, you love what you do even more, because anybody can watch it. Like, your videos are global, and just finding that out was insane. And we've been blessed to have that experience so many times. Even
man,
like people that we wouldn't even expect. I still remember back in the day, Aaron Paul shouted us out. Like Breaking Bad and all that. Like Aaron Paul, like
that's crazy.
He tweeted us. He tweeted a link to the reaction we did. He said, "I love these guys." I'm like, I can't.
That's crazy.
That is the first time I ever cried from something we do. And I saw that comment, and just tears started coming down my face, like happy tears. I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, this dude, like, we watched him so many.
Right, like we were watching.
He tweeted us, like he knows who we are. I'm like, man, that's just crazy to me, man. That's crazy.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
Man.
I don't whoever tweeted my video. That's energy for the next fucking 5 years. Like, I ain't what?
Yeah.
That's wild. Yep. And have you ever met like a fan or anybody that's told you that they seen your video on the street, or just anywhere that you've been where like, but you've met them, you like, before meeting that person or before meeting those people, like, you didn't realize the impact that your video might have made on people, or even in the comments, like someone might have commented something. Has that ever like happened to you guys in person?
Yeah, a lot. Whether we were at the movie theaters and somebody comes up to us, or just in public. I went to Washington this weekend for my little cousin's bachelor weekend. He's getting married, and Washington really shocked me. I called him while I was down there. So there were multiple people, not just one, not just two. There were multiple people within Washington that approached me. And at first they would question me like, "You look familiar." And I'm like, I'm just standing like, "Oh, shucks." They were like, "YouTube, right?" I was like, yeah. I have a YouTube channel. So they go right into it. Now, several people approached me. I signed 2 T-shirts.
Wow.
I took pictures with a few people. They asked about the 3 of us. Really quick, just to dive into it, the part that inspired me the most and got my energy all the way back up was when one girl told me that her and her girlfriend, who are in college right now, they use our method for their new podcast. They use our method of entertainment for their new podcast. So they use our blueprint.
Yeah.
To it helps them with what they do.
Yeah.
They like the way that we just dive into it and we're just ourselves. They said they use that to make themselves better. I had a mom FaceTime her son and say, "You can't believe who I'm actually sitting here talking to." I had another guy who couldn't believe it was me. He was asking for M-Dog, asking for something. He said, "Dude, you guys got me through some of the roughest times in life. I didn't think you would be this cool. I didn't think you would talk to me." So just to hear people ask about the 3 of us as a whole out in Washington, it was amazing, because I can't really go deep in the conversation, but they were saying things that helped me understand that our channel did way more than just make people laugh.
Yeah.
It brought people through a lot of days that they thought they couldn't get out. People are saying this to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With me, it's when I initially moved to LA, because prior to that, here in Philly, we maybe once in a blue moon, someone was like, "Hey, you do YouTube, right?" But not really. But then it's always when you get out of the state that the people that watch you seem to gravitate towards you. I'll never forget, I was doing the IRL stream. I was just walking through LA. I was going to Hollywood and all that. I was on the train, and there's this guy, older guy, like in his, like, I think early 60s or something like that. Kept looking at me, but I'm like, this is LA, people just looking. This guy doing IRL stream. I'm sitting with the camera walking around. It's weird. So people look at, what are you doing? So I get off the train, and he approaches me. He's like, I don't mean to be rude, like, but you guys do YouTube, right? And I'm like, yeah. He name dropped the video that he watched.
Wow.
He says that he loves his channel, and this is a guy that I would never even expect watches us. I'm like, the same day I went to Universal Studios, and I was walking around, still doing an IRL stream, and I walked into a comic shop because I was trying to get some some berserk stuff, and there was a mom and her son, and the son was too shy to approach me, so he made his mom do it. So she came up to me and asked if I was who I was, and I said yeah. So I shouted them both out on stream and all that, and stuff like that always hits me different because I'm like, you never expect that to happen, like the impact you have on other people, and it makes you kind of feel like a celebrity a little bit because I'm like, people are approaching us saying, "I love you guys, I watch you all the time." It's something that it always is
unreal.
Yeah, it's really unreal. Like I can't believe it. Like we've been doing this for years, and it still hits me the same way. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, I think sometimes you look at the number, and because you see that number so many times, it kind of doesn't mean anything really to you when you see 500,000. You're like, all right, cool. But when you think about it, 500,000 is a few stadiums worth.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of
people. There's a lot of fucking people that know your face, that know you, that see you every day. And so it's like, when you travel, it's very likely someone like. And the funny thing is, there might be people that have seen you but didn't approach you because they're shy, they're nervous. Like you only get the people that have the confidence to approach you. There might be people that's just like, yo, I can't believe I saw them. Like they're just happy that they saw you. They couldn't say anything, but that's crazy, man. That's amazing to hear, man. Just from, I don't know, just from like YouTube. For me, I guess, because we were there when YouTube first started, it's crazy to know that from this app and making videos from this app, now you can be walking around and people know you.
People globally, they know you. They know. I remember when I went to, because it was always my dream to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I finally went there one year, and I streamed the whole entire thing. The number of people that approached me because they were fans of the channel at Comic-Con blew my mind. It's so many people, and when people approach you, there's always like this timidness that they have because they're a little shy, whatever like that. But then when they realize, oh, you're a normal person, you're cool. They open up a little bit, and that interaction is like a dopamine hit. Like it's I don't know, serotonin levels are rising. It's like it's just y'all are locked in, and it's just a great moment.
Nah, I can resonate with that because I was in Japan of all places, and I'm just eating at a restaurant in Chinatown. I'm with someone, and I go to pay the bill, and I can see the dudes looking at me, but I'm just like, I'm black. I'm black. I'm in Japan.
That's why he's looking at it.
I'm like, all right. And he comes over with the receipt, and he has his phone. He's like, "Is this you?" And he's got my YouTube channel, and I'm like, "Yo, like what?" Like, so I can imagine. I understand the feeling.
You know how it feels. The best feeling ever.
Yeah, it's the feeling of like, I can't believe like I'm the person that they're looking at. Like, I'm just a regular person. You're gonna photo of me, like
that little interaction will brighten your whole day.
Yeah,
your whole day.
That brightened my week. I wasn't with the girl that I wanted to be with at the time, but. It was I was like, shit.
Well, shit.
It is what it is.
Shit.
I was like, yo, it's gonna help me, man. I don't know.
So you'll see this. All right.
All right. So we got 3 cards this before we do 2 more. Just let me know when to stop.
2, 1, stop.
All right. So we have Queen of Diamonds. All right. So this one, Queen of Diamonds, this is about love. We're gonna go into so being as big as you guys are, is it hard to like, I guess not date, but is it hard to like, if you meet someone in person, is it hard to like trust someone that might know who you are, to kind of be like, let me see, not even just dating, like even making new friends, even making like a new connection. If somebody knows you, do you have like a kind of wall where you're like, let me wait and see if this person, if their intentions are
pure.
because they're a good person, or
Mm.
if their intentions are they're trying to get some kind of network and they're trying to use me or trying to get in a video or
Man.
I mean, luckily I haven't had that many negative experiences. I've had a few, but it's not to the point where, I mean, when negative things happen, immediately walls are put up so that you know that doesn't happen again.
yeah.
And I think that before negative experiences happen, you're open to whatever, and you know you accepting, and because you don't have any real reason to be cautious. But then when you get a negative experience, then walls start getting put up because it's like I got to learn from my mistakes, and not everybody's on the level. It's just unfortunately that's just how it is. But it's not to the point where everybody I'm looking at them sideways like what's your game? You know?
Yeah.
But it's you just got to be cautious. So there is some kind of defensive walls, but not to the point where it's impossible to make friends or even date. Like I don't really look at the dating thing right now because I'm so focused on grind, and I'm like I'll worry about that later. Because if you do that, then that takes time away from getting bigger and we have goals. I'm like I gotta achieve the goals. I will lock myself into this room, shut the world out just to get done what I need to get done. So eventually we'll look at that. But right now, meeting new people, even if they know who we are, it's not really that big of a deal to me. Of course, I'm not gonna be like complete open to whatever. There's still reservations, but it's a process. I'll say that.
Yeah, see, I've had a few experiences since we started this in 2015 where I tried to date a few people and their intentions were not as pure as what I thought. So, I'll meet them. We'll talk for a week, and right in the middle of the week, you start hearing the conversations about your YouTube channel. And you start to hear them say things like, "Oh man, you guys could really help me start this, start that. If I was to come on your channel, you'll help me." So I listen. I really hear that stuff, and I'm looking like, "Do you like me? For me, or is this a networking opportunity for you?" Once I hear you discuss my channel over and over again, and once I hear you say things like, "This could help me, that could help me," your numbers.
No.
So I'm not really into dating right now because I've learned over the years that dating can take away from my production levels on this channel.
Right.
And if we're trying to get from point A to point B being a better life, and point B being us being bigger than what we are, I can't date right now. It's just not. It's pointless.
Yeah. No, it's true. I hear that. And like this is kind of separate thing, but I like with COVID, how was COVID for y'all? Like when it first started, because I was in Japan when I always tell people y'all kind of had it a little bit more easy because you at least had the warning. I was right in the fucking battlefield in 2019 when that shit came from China. I was there. So when COVID came and the lockdowns came, like, did you have any worries at the time of we might not be able to do this, how we were doing it? And I don't know how America was in terms of like people meeting up with each other and being in the same space, in the same houses, but did you have any worries, especially at the beginning of COVID, of like, okay, we might need to take a break, or we might need to change the way things are running right now, or this might be a problem, the pandemic?
Well, see, when the COVID first hit, I was in LA, and we got to see, at least in LA, we got to see every stage of it go from being a regular to stores turning into The Walking Dead. And people fighting for toilet paper at Walmart, and people getting pieced up at the grocery store because like you're too close to me, too close, and fist fighting at the grocery store. So I saw every stage of it, and that's when I moved back to Philly because I'm like, LA is a ghost town. Hollywood got shut down. Everything was different. But as a YouTuber, that's it right, YouTuber. Jesus, as a YouTuber, COVID made that thrive because everybody's indoors now. It's one of the best jobs to have because people are indoors. They need things to watch. That's why so many YouTube channels blew up. during COVID because people are inside. They watching Netflix. They playing video games. They're watching YouTube and all of that. So if anything, we ramped it up during COVID because I'm like, people are stuck in the house. So now's the time to capitalize and just watch things.
Yep.
So it's a very fortunate job to have because when people get shut inside, you thrive. Your numbers go up.
Yep, because they gotta watch. They have to watch something to keep themselves.
Entertained.
All right. Let's go into the last card, and then we'll go into the ace card. COVID was fantastic for me. My shit was growing. Even today, I was like, man, I wouldn't mind another month of that lockdown. Just give me 1 month. Y'all were watching at that time.
There were some positives.
Alright, yeah. Y'all can just say left or right. Actually, we'll do that.
Oh, all right.
I will go with right.
Okay, my right or your right? Let me see.
On this hand.
So it'll be your left.
Yeah, your left. Other one. My left. Yeah, that one. It's confusing as hell.
I know, right? Alright, so we got the 5. All right. So my question. So we're gonna. I'll ask about beginnings, how things began. So obviously I know y'all used to record music. It started off with music, and y'all used to do like the short clips, and then eventually went on to reactions. So when you were first starting out YouTube and y'all all had full-time jobs, you guys were working together, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, at a hospital.
Were there any times where like working and doing YouTube at the same time is kind of tough? Was there any times where you guys were like, the numbers might not have been numbering, or that y'all are too busy, or you're not making enough money, and you're thinking like, the YouTube thing it's okay, but I might need to concentrate on something else? Was there ever a time where, I don't know, the channel was in like jeopardy of maybe not being where it is now because of like outside work or outside life just happening?
For me, it wasn't because of like work or anything like that, because I started up the original channel with it was me and my cousin. And we started it up. It was going really, really well. That's when we were doing comedy sketches like every single week, and things were blowing up. We grew to like 30,000 subscribers, and then the channel got hacked. And when channels get hacked, that's like a death sentence for your channel. You lose all tracks, and even if you get the channel back, like they strip everything. They strip the numbers. It's dead in the water. There was no algorithm back then, so growing was even harder. So when that happened, channel was dead, and eventually it ended up getting shut down because we got penalized for something that whoever hacked the channel did. So we had to start a whole new channel, which is the current channel now. Now, to go from having 30,000 subscribers to like 100 is really devastating,
heartbreaking.
Because like that's years and years and years of work. We were doing YouTube since like 2008 or 9 prior to that, and then the channel got hacked. So in 2012 we had to start a whole new channel, and that channel was stuck at 1,200 subscribers for years. There was no growth, and this is when I was working a full-time job and all that, and it was really, really frustrating. And there's times where like we would second guess, like it's not working. Like we would try to do something and it's not having the same traction it did. But there's nothing more stressful than putting your all in the video, you uploading it, and you got like 5 viewers. Like five.
Fuck that video.
Yeah, it's like we got like 5 views for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There's no growth. We're trying to promote it. I'm like, well, what do we do? So it's very stressful. And there's times where we thought about like, well, maybe this is just, maybe it ran its course. Maybe it's a wrap. Maybe it's fate. But it's like, that little part of you that's like, well, I know I'm talented doing this. So it's all about playing the long game. So I'm like, giving up is pointless. Like there's something that when you know your value, you know your worth, you know how, your talent, how good you are or something, you're like, all right, it's crazy now, but eventually it's going to happen. You know what I mean? There's no point in giving up when you put this many years into it. Like that's stupid. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. We're just going to keep rocking with it. Like not saying it was all easy. Like, yeah, we was stressed out and all that, and
of course.
Still second guessing stuff, but still, I'm like, we're still going to keep doing it. So
yeah,
that's mainly what stemmed the, you know, what was happening, and I'm like, there's no growth, but we're going to play the long game. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep chipping at them. We're going to keep trying different things. We're going to see what works. So that's when the whole reaction thing started. I watched a whole bunch of reactions back in the day. I loved them. And then, you know, the conversations we had when we watched movies and TV shows, I'm like, why not? This is something that we could do.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do it the same way everyone else is doing it. We're going to do it differently. So I sat him down. I'm like, this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to do this. It was still a test in the waters type thing. We're going to do it. We're going to see if it works. And that's all you notice. The very first reaction we did is a lot different than what we ended up doing because it was a test in the waters type thing.
Right. We didn't even. That might have been the most beautiful moment ever because we were just jumping in.
Yeah, we just trying it. I'm like, we're gonna see if it works. So we did it. Yeah. The initial response, it was okay. But I'm like, okay, we're gonna keep trying it. And it was the third reaction we did, which was the Civil War one, where that is the one that really, like, it latched on and it started going, and that's how I knew it was viable. I'm like, this is it. This is it. Like this all these years of trying different things and it not working, that's over. Like, this is it. And I knew when we saw that growth, I'm like, it's going to happen. We just stay consistent, keep doing it. And back then, I was releasing like 3 videos every day. I was insane. I got burned out so much. I was doing 3 videos a day and releasing 3 videos a day to the point where people like, you're clogging up my subscriber feed. Y'all need to stop releasing so many videos. I'm like, fuck you. As I did 3 videos a day. I'm like, I'm making this channel grow. Like, this is working. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So from that point on, that's how you know it's like you play the long game. Yeah. Whatever you do, you're playing the long game. You know there's no set amount of time that it's gonna take for you to achieve your dreams, your goals, and get big. It's like however long it takes, you know you're talented. And anybody that 100%. Does anything, whether it's a hobby, whatever like that, you know you're talented at doing it. That's why you enjoy 100%. It. You know you're talented. 100%. So you start doing it and you just know, like, eventually it's going to pay off. You play the long game. You got to be patient. Just can't rush the shit. You just got to be patient. You start doing it, and then, you know, eventually you will see the fruits of your labors.
Yeah.
No, I even with YouTube, I think I always tell people, like, yo, you're one video away from getting to exactly where you're supposed to be going. Like, it's one video, right time, right video,
and you'll never know which one it is either.
And you will not. Like, it could be a video you've already uploaded, and somebody just finds it and shares it, and then boom,
and that's
you're out there.
Yep.
Especially with TikTok now. What? God, yo, that shit can just go now.
There's been people that have uploaded videos that did nothing. And then years later, they'll re-upload the same video. And they've talked about this where now it'll gain traction and that'll blow their stuff up.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah. You never know. What would you guys say for, like, someone wanting to start off YouTube, whether it's a reaction channel? Like, I guess my question is, what would you guys do if you had to start a YouTube channel today? If you had to start a reaction channel today, what would you do?
The whole landscape is different now because now you got the algorithm and all this. Like you got AIs that you're fighting with to get your stuff shown. It's difficult now, man. I think the same advice still applies though. You stay consistent. You got to do what you love. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Like if you're doing a reaction channel, don't watch stuff you don't want to watch because people can see it on your face. And if you're forcing yourself to do it, it's not going to be fun. You have to. It's going to show. You got to have fun doing this shit. You have to have fun. That's where it starts at, and then eventually it'll be profitable. Like I can see wanting to make money, but you got to do what you actually want to do too, so that when things do blow up, you're already having fun doing what you want, and it's profitable, so it's a win-win. So you gotta be consistent. Don't take comments to heart because people say some crazy shit online.
Tough skin.
Crazy shit.
You need tough skin.
It's multiple reasons. Either they want to say it to get a response, or they want to say it because they're having a bad day and they're projecting, or everyone else is liking it. They want to be the one that doesn't like it. There's so many reasons. They say some crazy shit online. So you can't take this shit to heart because it's an invisible person behind the screen. You'll never see this person. So it doesn't even matter. It shouldn't affect your day. easier said than done because people they try to go for the jugular. They try to do that shit. You can't let that bother you or detract you. I've seen channels where they stop making videos because of comments. That's crazy.
Hell
Fuck
no,
these people.
man.
These people are insignificant. They're insignificant.
That right there. And I'm happy he said what he said. Let me tell you something. I think that one of the best things about us being from Philly, having a YouTube channel, is the fact that Philly has given us tough skin. So I've seen some of the worst comments, whether it's under a video on YouTube or something that I post on Instagram that has something to do with our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He just said it. You have people who hate themselves, who hate how their day is going, who hate everything about life at the moment. So what they do is they try to tear you down.
Right.
And people have to look at what we're saying right now, and they need to use that in everyday life. There are people who want to say bad things to you, who want to bring negativity towards you because they need you lowered. They want you down here. So if you are going to start a YouTube channel today at this hour, go into it with love what you do. Make sure you love what you watch. Make sure your content is something that you are actually into. But when you get negative comments, either don't read them at all, or just say it's just a comment.
You gotta laugh them off. The one positive about doing YouTube since 2008, I got tough skin from that too. I've seen every iteration of a comment, whether it's racist stuff, whether it's crazy stuff, you name it. I've seen it. Like I've seen everything there is to say. So it's like now it's like whatever. And now luckily we're at the point where when someone says something dumb, we got a legion of people already on the channel that'll roast them. Like, who you talking about? Like they're like, yeah, get them. You know what I mean? I ain't got to say nothing myself now. So it is it is what it is. It doesn't even matter. Like those comments are, and it's one of those things where it'll get easier with time. The more you see it, the more you get used to it, and the more it'll start bouncing off. And it's like, yeah, whatever. These are just people that want to talk shit. It doesn't really matter. But
I take that philosophy, like, even for me, like, if I sat down and listened to every negative thing people would say, I would not have learned Japanese. I would not be in Japan right now. You know how many people were telling me, why would you go to Japan? They don't like black people and you're far from your family and you're doing blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yo, so I feel like sometimes people just don't know. They're so afraid of like being different that when you're different, they want to, why are you being different? Be like us. Like,
be like us, just like me.
It kills them. It really does. It kills them to see someone wanting to be different. It kills them.
You can't let that affect you.
I ain't trying to be broke.
Exactly. Like I want better for my life, so this is what I'm doing. But if you were to start a YouTube channel now, like take all that to heart and just be consistent. Keep doing it. Keep grinding. Don't stop, because eventually you will see the fruits of your labor. Just keep at it, and I promise you, I don't know when, but it's going to pay off.
Yeah. And whatever you do, please never in your life try to fit in. Never try to
make your own lane.
Make your own lane, because 100%. I have people. There are people within the city that I see every day, whether it's at work or just friends that I grew up with, and they think that my main focus should be having a 9-to-5 and creating babies.
Yeah, it's like that's not for me. I got my own lane. I know what I want to do. I'm not here to copycat other people. You do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I know what I want to do, and that's what I'm gonna stick to.
I think even for you guys, like YouTube channel, just quickly before we think.
I think there's a tow truck outside.
There is? Oh yeah, go see. He's making sure he's not getting towed.
Please don't get towed. Please don't get towed. No, I was gonna say, what was I saying again? Damn, we lost it. The
tow truck fucked everything up. It told your thoughts too, nigga.
The tow truck said, yeah, we taking it every freaking fucking way.
Come for you, nigga.
Yeah, we coming for you, nigga. So a whole book of tea outside and shit. Oh shit. While we're waiting for Joe, and then we'll just get on to the last thing. 2023 has been a good time for games. It's been, I would say this is the best year for games.
Yeah.
I would say it's the best year for games, period. You good?
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
This is the best year for games, period. What's the number one game this year?
The number one game this year? I got to rock Spider-Man.
Whoa.
Because I don't platinum games on PS5. I platinum Spider-Man in 4 days.
God damn.
I couldn't stop playing Spider-Man. I platinumed it. So for me personally, if I have to pick a game, and there's been bangers this year.
Yeah.
Like if I were to pull up the whole list, of games that came out this year, there's banger after banger after banger. So it's really difficult. But Spider-Man, the way that game hit me, not just on a technical level, but on as far as the story and what they showcase, like that game is crazy.
Yeah, I just got to the part where I got the symbiote suit, and when they give you that symbiote suit, I think, these games these days, this shit ain't what I played when I was young. I wish I had this shit. I wish I fucking had this shit.
They different.
Let me see. All right, can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, that's fancy the way it popped up too.
Okay, cool. All right, so the final thing we got is the Ace card, and for the Ace card, we like to play a little game. So this game, what we're gonna do is we have some comedy movies. I was thinking, what should I give you guys? It was between y'all can pick actually. I'll let you guys pick. So it's between voting between the best comedy movies, the best movie trailers, recent movie trailers. I guess it's 2023 movie trailers.
Okay.
Or the best slasher movies.
What you want,
so
y'all
can pick which one.
I guess best slasher movies.
Slasher movies?
Best slasher movies? Okay, all right, we go with slasher movies. Let me share this tab. Okay, cool. I don't know what they're gonna give us. Okay, so we'll go with around the 32.
Let's do it.
Alright. Let me just make sure before we start. Let me make sure OBS ain't fucking up again. Okay, cool. So we got Scream 4 versus the OG Candyman.
So Scream 4 was a return to form because Scream 3 fucking sucked. It was a comedy, yo. It was a comedy because I can't believe what I was seeing in that movie, yo. We were cracking the fuck up so much, like I couldn't take the movie seriously.
They didn't take themselves seriously.
It was so fucking yo. But 4, like that's why we were worried to watch 4. Because I'm like, if they fucked it up with 3, how's 4 gonna be? And 4 was a return to form where they said, all right, let's take this shit seriously. Let's fuck motherfuckers up. And that's when Ghostface started getting really aggressive and beating people the fuck up. So to me, 4 is pivotal. But Candyman, I'm still afraid to say Candyman in the mirror 3 times.
Wait,
to this day.
I don't touch
I'm 41 years old and I still will not do that. So for me personally, I got to go with Candyman.
I'm going to go with, as far as what would scare me more, I'll go with Candyman.
Yeah,
I don't test them.
Yeah, no, I'll never say in the mirror. I'm too afraid.
Yeah, my brother had me scared of that shit. I didn't even watch the movie. He said, "Yeah, don't say Candyman." I said, "What's this?" I saw the movie. I said, "Nope, no." All right, Halloween 20 years later, H2O, or Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan.
It's like this. Jason Takes Manhattan is the first time Jason shows somebody respect and scraps with him on a roof.
Maybe.
So to this day, now I'll admit, Jason Takes Manhattan is not. It's not fundamentally a good movie. But for me personally, I've seen that movie like 30 times. I can quote it from beginning to end. And that movie has a special place in my heart. So I'll pick that above everything. Jason goes toe-to-toe with somebody on the roof. He actually lets the dude take shots at him. He's like, all right, what you got? He lets Julius piece him up and shows him respect. And it's not until Julius says, all right, go ahead. They knock his shit off. Yeah.
Off the fucking roof.
But Jason just sits there and scraps with him on the roof and shows him respect. So
right, go ahead, do your thing.
Not only that, he's walking through New York on some hood shit. He kicks the fuck out of a stereo when motherfuckers is listening to it. When they get up, he takes his mask off and says, "You don't want this," and they're like, all right. On the train, he's mangling motherfuckers. He's pushing the fuck out of people on the train. He's in his New York bag in that movie. So that Jason Takes Manhattan is it for me.
I need to watch Jason Takes Manhattan. I ain't never seen it.
He's reckless, yo. He's reckless. When he gets to New York, he's reckless.
You gotta watch it. Please watch it.
Joe, in agreeance with Friday 13th?
No, mine is Halloween H2O.
Okay.
Halloween H2O was it hit right here. It was when Halloween was still. That's when Michael Myers was really like scaring the shit out of me because I was young when this movie came out, and I will never forget the pivotal scene where They face off at the door,
Mm.
and he's looking at her. She's looking at him. So Halloween H2O. That's for me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we got a tiebreaker. So we're gonna have to have a tiebreaker question out here. We're gonna have to a tiebreaker question. So my tiebreaker question is: in 2023, it's 2023, right?
Yeah.
It's 2023. In 2023, what is currently the highest gross movie?
Oh shit!
It's got to be Super Mario, right? Or did Mario come out this year?
Mario came out this year.
Mario came out this year. It's not Mario.
It's not.
Nope,
not
Joe.
Mario.
You got the answer. What's...
Oh shit!
It's not Mario. What be Mario?
What came out this year? Oh my gosh, what came out this year? Help me out. Somebody help me out.
Ain't nobody helping you out.
Fuck. I'm trying to track back on every movie that we saw this year. It wasn't Dune this year, right?
No.
No,
Dune hasn't come out yet.
Dune.
What killed at the box office?
I feel like y'all gonna be surprised when you hear what's number one.
You got me, man.
It's not Mission Impossible.
I'll give you a little. I'll give you a clue. It's a movie that has a connection with, I would say, the 90s slash 60s, I guess. It's a movie based off something else. Not a video game, but something else that you could buy. I'm trying not to give it away. My next clue is that I think this is her name. Margot Robbie was in the movie.
Barbie.
The Barbie.
Drew. All right. Yeah, Barbie is number one in 2023.
It's not surprising. It's not surprising actually, because I couldn't stop hearing about that movie.
Yeah, Barbie is number one. So Jason takes my hat and is getting
Yeah.
it. Round 3, Jason X versus the Final Nightmare. Freddy's Dead.
So I have unfortunately never seen The Final Nightmare.
Me either.
But
All right.
Jason X, while not a good movie, we got the pivotal scene where motherfuckers are in a sleeping bag and he takes that shit and he slams it against the tree.
Yep.
So I feel like even if I saw Freddy's Dead, Jason X would still take it for me.
Freddy's Dead
Jason X is a comedy.
Freddy's Dead is trash. Like that by that stage, Friday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I had the whole box set, and after like 3, it's like, yo, y'all still making these movies. Like, the fuck is going on here? This dude dies in every movie. All right, we go Jason X. Cool. Speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or Hatchet? Is that Hatchet 3?
Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder played Jason in a bunch of the Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never seen Hatchet 3 though. I feel like I need to watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen Hatchet.
I remember Nightmare on Elm Street 2 because that's when it used to scare the fuck out of me back in the day.
That's the one they play over and over again every year on. It's either AMC or IFC, one of those channels that every time Halloween rolls around, they play all the Freddy movies. So Nightmare on Elm Street 2 for me.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. We'll take Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, that one's a good one. Halloween 5.
Man,
Michael Myers.
You already know. You already know. I'm not picking Scream 3 above anything. Get that shit out of here. Halloween 5.
We might as well throw Scream 3 within the same toy chest as Jeepers Creepers. Ain't as bad as Jeepers Creepers was.
Damn, Jesus.
Now, if it was going up against a comedy, then that'd be different.
All right, Halloween, the first ever Halloween or Scream 2?
Look who on the front.
Scream 2 was the one where they went to the
school.
Oh, is that the school?
They were in college. Now, Scream 2, Scream 2 was actually brutal.
Yeah.
Especially
Scream
with
2
the bathroom
cool.
scene.
Scream 2 wasn't better than 1, but still, Scream 2 was cool.
I'll take Scream 2 over Halloween.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
That's OG Halloween, though.
Damn, where you got, Drew?
Yeah, with the theme and all that. You know what? I'll rock with Scream too, because
Okay.
yeah, it's cool.
Scream
Why was
2.
Jada Pinkett on the front of Scream 2? Like, why? Like that.
Yeah, that's your home girl. That's your friend.
Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, or My Bloody Valentine.
I gotta rock with Dream Warriors. I have
Wasn't
to.
My Bloody Valentine that it came out in like 3D, right? It was one of the last like.
Yeah.
Joe, we good with
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep.
Trash House, My Bloody Valentine. Friday the 13th 5 or Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Friday the 13th 5.
Do you remember Friday the 13th?
I'm trying to think which one was 5. Was it 5 when they had the bootleg Tommy Jarvis fucking people up?
I don't remember.
I think that was.
I saw I model the movies altogether. There's been so many.
Yeah. I'll go with Friday 13th 5.
Yeah, I don't remember Texas Chainsaw 3D though. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or Freddy vs. Jason.
I gotta rock with Freddy vs. Jason because that's the first time that they clashed and they were in the same universe. And while it might not be the best movie, it was one of the greatest movies I've seen.
I love that shit.
I saw that shit in the theater. I was so fucking hyped when they went toe to toe.
Yo, I was like, Freddy was like so like the way Freddy was evil in that shit. I was like, yo, right?
Yeah.
Playing with Halloween Kills or not the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Is Halloween Kills the final one?
Was Halloween Kills the third one? No, that's Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends.
Oh,
is Halloween Kills the first of the new trilogy?
I think so.
Oh
Halloween,
man.
So no, is it so it's Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends.
yeah. Let me.
Yeah, what's the order? Because Halloween Kills might have been the second one of the new trilogy. I don't know. Yeah. But I think
Halloween Kills is the second one.
Okay, the second one was fucking vicious. But that's the OG Nightmare on Elm Street with Nancy.
I'm taking the OG Nightmare on Elm Street. I have to go with the ones that scared me on this one. The original Nightmare on Elm Street ruined my childhood a tad bit.
I'll go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, that's what's his name? What's the dude's name? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny Depp.
That was he's in that, right? The first Nightmare on Elm Street.
I don't even remember. Like, it's been so long. I don't remember.
He's the dude that gets pulled down into the bed and the
with the water bed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that scene. That's the reason why I won't sleep on the water bed.
Disturbing. Yep.
I didn't know that was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that was his first movie. I think it was John. Yeah, it's Johnny Depp. It's Johnny Depp. Child's Play 3 or Hatchet?
I gotta go with Child's Play 3 because I used to run that movie back in the day. I had it on VHS.
Was that the military school one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. Yes, Child's Play 3 for me.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. The military school. I remember that. Alright, the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street or the Cult of Chucky.
I'm partial to Cult of Chucky. People hated it, but Cult of Chucky is before they went full Looney Tunes with that new Chucky show. I actually didn't mind Cult of Chucky as much as other people, but when you put 2 and 2, I got to go with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. People didn't like it, but they stayed. Listen, the thing people forget about Freddy is Freddy was a pedophile that got murdered. It got to the point where they lost that plot so much. There was Freddy action figures that kids were buying. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's true.
What's happening? I don't understand. Like he was made into like a cultural icon. So this movie right here, it kind of brought that back to the surface and made it really gritty. They made Freddy a piece of shit, and I always appreciate it for that. So I liked it. So I'll go with Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Nightmare on Elm Street for me as well.
Okay. Now I was gonna say I didn't like the movie, but now you said how they made Freddy is a good point.
That was okay. Now, all right. So here's the thing. That Candyman movie, man. And it's one of those things where, like, oh, if you black, you gotta like it. No, man, no. The Candyman movie was not storyline wise. To me, it was not all that good. Yes, black directed and black power and all that. Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest. That movie lost the fuck out of me. The shots and the music was great, but the story, nah, I was good. I was rolling my eyes half the movie.
It fell flat for me. And everybody who watches our channel, they know how I am when it comes to horror movies. I don't play. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't do the Night Nancy bullshit. I'm gonna be realistic with you. I'm taking Friday the 13th over Candyman because this Candyman movie was not Candyman. They fucked around. They tried to drive into a different direction. Stop fucking with my childhood horror films. Let it be a horror film. Let it stay a horror film. I understand everybody wants to get a message across, but not with my horror movies. Let that shit go.
Yeah.
I gotta rock with Friday 13th final chapter.
This shit for people with certain characters these days in remakes. I don't know. Friday the 13th 6, Jason Lives versus OG Scream.
Oh, man, damn that. I remember part 6 being really fucking good. But Scream, we did a franchise reaction to Scream leading up into Scream 5.
Yep.
And rewatching Scream, that movie was way more brutal than I remember it being. I don't know if it was the unrated version we were watching, but people were getting mangled in that motherfucker.
It had to be, okay, if I'm wrong, but I felt like it was unrated. It was either unrated or we haven't seen Scream in so long that we forgot how fucked up they were in that movie.
Yo, they got mangled. So I gotta go with Scream.
I think it was. I think you guys said it in your reaction as well. Scary Movie really fucked up the legacy of Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had me calling her Cindy Campbell.
Right? Anytime you saw Ghostface, you thought of Scary Movie.
Yeah.
And when you watch it again, you're like, oh yeah.
I forgot he was wilding out.
Oh yeah, he's really killing people. Shit. I ain't never heard of this movie. Behind the Mask or Friday the 13th Part?
I don't know who Leslie Vernon is. But
it's got Robert Englund in it.
It does? Hey, what the fuck? I've never heard of this movie. I gotta rock with Friday the 13th because I don't know what that is.
I ain't never heard of that.
Wait, Jason, Freddy, Michael, we need someone else to look up to. Well, apparently it didn't work because I don't know who this person is. They tried, but I don't think they did it.
Imagine you promote it like that. No one see the shit. Oh, well, all right. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What one is this? Oh, 03 versus
Jessica Biel.
Child's Play.
Listen, that Child's Play, that was the remake. And it did not do what they thought it was going to do. That's the first movie I ever saw at the movie theater with Odds to the Odd, and they both fell asleep.
Hold up, this is the original first. This is the 80s.
No.
2019.
No,
that's the remake.
Let's not.
That's what AI Chucky.
Let's not do that. Battery power.
Yeah, that's AI Chucky.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer still scares the fuck out of me because that shit they do with the fucking camera flashes, like that shit still fucks me up. So that right there.
Shit, I might actually watch that today.
That movie's fucked up.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw is fucked. Alright, so we have Nightmare on Elm Street remake versus Candyman OG.
That's OG Candyman. I gotta go Candyman.
Candyman.
Alright. Candyman. Friday the 13th Part 3 versus Texas Chainsaw. I think this is the first remake that they done, the 03 one, which wasn't bad. I remember watching the 03
I liked it.
It wasn't bad.
I saw it in the theater. Bad. That shit was crazy. I think that's when they would put motherfuckers on meat hooks and shit and sawing them.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that's the one when Main Man ran through the field.
Yeah,
the laundry.
Yeah. He was swinging like a bat. Yeah,
it was good. That
shit was crazy.
Freddy versus Jason versus Friday the 13th Part 5.
Freddy versus Jason for me.
Freddy versus Kelly Rowland was in that shit too. She was fine, and I'm like,
just fine.
Shit.
Freddie said, dark meat.
Yeah.
Ignorant. Fucking ignorant.
Yeah, he did. He did say that shit.
Freddie didn't give a fuck. He said, cancel me. He said, cancel me. Freddie said, cancel me.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 or Friday the 13th, the final chapter?
I'll go with Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors was brutal. That's the one where he had dudes like veins coming out of his arms as a puppet, walking him around. Meanwhile, the other dude's head's getting smashed into the TV and shit. I was like, damn, this dude is not playing. Dream Warriors. Alright, Child's Play 3 versus Jason Takes Manhattan.
I still got to route with Jason Takes Manhattan over everything.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Okay.
Now, if this was Jason Takes Manhattan over the original first Child's Play,
Yeah.
Jason X or Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Freddy's Revenge.
Yeah, Freddy's Revenge.
This is Jason really got what they put him in, like, I can't remember how you got the like metal mask, and that shit was,
I think they made the shit on a spaceship.
yeah, it was on the spaceship. I don't remember. I need to watch that movie again.
It was
Nightmare on Elm Street versus Scream 2.
Elm Street, that's the OG.
Elm Street.
Okay. Elm Street. Halloween 5 versus OG Scream.
Scream for me.
Now, before I picked Scream over this one, was Halloween 5 the one when the little girl got stuck in the garbage chute and he was like trying to like stab through it and get her? I think that was,
I don't remember.
I think Halloween 5 was that one. So if I'm right about this one, I'm taking Halloween 5.
I'm going with Scream.
You going with Scream?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have another tie. So, tiebreaker. What is the highest grossing game of all time? The highest grossing game of all time.
Jesus. Of all time?
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be Grand Theft Auto, would it?
Red Dead Redemption?
Nope and nope. Nope and nope.
Call of Duty?
No.
Ooh.
It's a game that is very old. It's very, very, very old. And it was on a Nintendo system. Now,
Super Mario
I don't know
64? No.
I don't know if the way they're doing this, if they're doing all of the games. So let me just check real quick. But it's a very old game. It makes sense.
On the Nintendo system. It's gotta be a Pokemon game.
It might be the Pokemon game.
It wasn't a Pokemon game.
What? Hell, outsold Pokemon.
Okay, so I've had two. I think the one that I found now is more likely. So the one I found now is a newer game, and it's maybe a younger audience, like kids, would be playing it now.
On a Nintendo.
No. This one's not on the Nintendo. The one that I found was on the Nintendo, but I think this one is bigger than that one. So this one. Kids, yeah, kids. Once you hear what it is, you'll understand. Kids are down.
So highest selling game of all time.
Yeah, and it's on. You can basically play it on every platform, I would say,
including mobile.
I would think you can play it on mobile. Yeah.
Vampire Survivor? No.
Mm-mm.
Every console.
Yeah.
Every console.
Kids will play it. Fortnite.
Not Fortnite. You're kind of on the right track, but not Fortnite.
Come on, man.
Minecraft?
There you go. Minecraft.
Hey.
Minecraft. Apparently, Minecraft has sold 238 million units globally.
Yeah, I remember hearing that, so it makes sense. Everybody played Minecraft.
The
Minecraft and Roblox.
The one before was Tetris. But
really?
Because Tetris, I'm not sure every game in the Tetris franchise is called Tetris.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were just blending everything together. But
I would have never guessed Tetris.
Yeah, Minecraft. Tetris makes sense though. Tetris makes sense.
Yeah.
So Drew, what would you go for? Scream. I will give Scream. Okay, so 4 movies: Dream Warriors or OG Scream.
I gotta go with Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors?
Yeah.
Damn, Dream Warriors is kind of strong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Takes Manhattan or Candyman?
I gotta go with Candyman.
Candyman. The shit that installs fear.
Yeah.
Freddy vs. Jason or Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre as far as fear.
Yeah. It's a more fucked up movie.
Okay. All right, so we have Nightmare on Elm Street or Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 for me.
Okay. Drew, what you got?
I'll rock with 2.
Okay. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. All right. Dream Warriors or Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
I gotta go Dream Warriors again. I gotta rewatch all these fucking movies.
Dream Warriors. Yeah, we gonna run through.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's like 9 movies. Candyman or Texas Chainsaw?
Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman.
Okay.
I still can't say in the mirror, so yeah, it's gotta count for something.
All right, final round: Dream Warriors or Candyman?
I'm still rocking with Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Damn! Whoa!
Yeah. Listen, I'm loyal to my Dream Warriors.
I'm surprised with that. Wow, I'm very surprised with that.
Damn, Freddy beat everybody.
Yeah, for real. And Nightmare on Elm Street 3, like, I'm very surprised about Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I would have thought it would have been, I would have think it would be that one. That is one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. But I can see why y'all liked it. That was
I gotta rewatch it because that is burning my brain, man.
That's all right, cool. So yeah, guys, I appreciate your time. 100%, man. I appreciate
Thank you
by chatting out here, chopping it up. I gotta take my ass to bed because it's nearly 3 a.m. I'm tired as hell. I got 2 more of these to do later on. So I definitely need my sleep. But before we go, is there anything either y'all want to say to people, or is there anything that you guys have coming up? Joe, I see you like trying to dive into acting. I've seen you, join other Ace. There's two of us.
2 Aces,
he dives into acting and directed some movies sometimes, and I've seen you in some of those. Is there anything that y'all are doing that you want people to know about and check out, whether it's Twitch or anything in general?
Well, shit, we're starting to. We were saying it before, but me and him, we're starting to do music again.
Mm-hmm.
And once we dive back into music and we start putting our music out, I think that people will start to realize like we are them guys, and we don't just do reactions. Because if we get tested enough, and we really had to stretch our arms out, and we really did it, we also create movies. Don't forget about how VHS went. Music, movies. So that's all I want to say is we have so much in store.
Yeah,
and the timing of everything just has to be a little bit more, there for us. But we have a lot in store.
Yeah, we're getting back doing everything we used to do.
Ben, let me hear a little something. It was a few. I can't remember when it was. It was like a few months ago, and I was like, "All right, I heard y'all." I was like, "Okay, shit, yeah." So I definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to that, to hearing that. When I heard what Ben was cooking up, I was like, "Damn, okay, y'all ain't playing out here."
Yeah, man. Listen, people forget like we did it all.
Everything.
We took a break for a minute to focus on the reactions. Now, we're in a position where now we can get back to, doing some our own short films and some songs and all that. We're gonna ramp it up.
They're already Super Saiyan 3. Motherfuckers is going Super Saiyan God now.
Got to.
Whole different other mode. And yeah, real quick before I go as well, I noticed there was one reaction, and I saw Joe mention something about Roman Reigns. He was talking about something happened on the SmackDown, and he was like, "Yo, when Roman Reigns come back." Hey, Joe, shout out you, man. That's my
Well,
guy.
that's my
He
guy.
talks about him all the time.
Yeah, acknowledge
I'm
me.
all the
jealous.
time.
That shit's coming to Philly in next year.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I'm
Which means we're probably
jealous.
gonna be there. So
Man, I need to. That's my plan. I'm trying to somehow get there. That's my dude. I love that dude.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
Love that dude to bits. Yeah. So thanks you guys for stopping by. Make sure y'all
Thank
like,
you.
comment, subscribe. If it's on Spotify, I'm trying to put this podcast on Spotify or Apple Music.
Oh
Make
yeah,
sure y'all 5-star the podcast.
I'm sorry.
If y'all haven't subscribed to Struggle Nation channel, subscribe to Struggle Nation channel.
Do that.
Get on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch,
Yeah.
like on Twitch, wait for the music, play the music, enjoy
Also
the
check in
music.
with and tell everybody check in with you as well.
Yeah.
Everything that you're doing,
This
man.
podcast is popping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be global.
We're trying to make this shit go off. So
Yeah,
make sure you do share to your friends and let them know that Struggle Nation is on the Ace Casino.
Yeah.
But y'all, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.